If you follow me for a while now, you know I try to bring you information you need to know. I originally started this blog to help senior citizens learn to use technology to improve and better their lives. This time around, however, with the novel coronavirus or COVID-19 pandemic worsening, I wanted to use my platform to share with you the latest information on the virus and ways to protect yourself. I'm doing this now because many of my followers fit into the category of the most vulnerable people as senior citizens. I got all the information I've included in this video from a trusted medical source, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or the CDC. I'll link to the site in the description below so you can access it for more information if you need to. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the World Health Organization now believe that the novel coronavirus, or COVID-19, can travel through the air further than originally thought. Therefore, they recommend that besides social distancing, everyone wear a face mask in public. Because of the shortage of masks available and the necessity for reserving the best N95 mask for medical professionals, you're likely going to need to make your own. You can either sew your own or cut and fold one so you have something to wear when you're out. Here's 3 methods to make a face mask without having to sew any material at all. The first technique is no sewing with minimal cutting. What you'll need is a piece of cloth that's 20 by 20 inches square that you can get from cutting out an old t-shirt or pillowcase. You need 2 rubber bands or hair ties, a pair of scissors to cut the fabric, and a tape measure and a Sharpie to measure out the square. Step number 1, measure a 20 by 20 inch square. You should be able to make 2 face masks from each item by cutting them from the front and from the back. Step 2, cut out the square piece of cloth that you just marked off. Step number 3, fold the square piece of cloth in half, then fold the bottom up and the top down, meeting at the middle to form a rectangular shaped piece of fabric. Step number 4, place your rubber bands or hair pieces over each end of your cloth about 6 inches apart. Step number 5, fold the ends of the cloth to the middle, leaving the rubber bands or hair ties at the edges of the folds. Step number 6, and now this is very important, fold the ends of the cloth into each other. You now have the basic shape of the face mask. Step number 7 is loop the rubber bands or hair ties over your ears to hold the face mask in place and pull the top and bottom of the face mask up over your nose and down under your chin to ensure full coverage. Now this is very important. When you're out and about, if you need to adjust the face mask, don't adjust it from your face. Adjust it from the sides by your ears to avoid transferring the virus from your hands to your face unintentionally. The next method is the straight fold method. The materials you'll need are a bandana and 2 rubber bands or hair ties. The bandana I'm using here is a 20 by 20 inch square. This method is super easy because you don't even need to cut up an old shirt. Simply start with step 3 of the instructions below and you're done. Step number 1, fold the square piece of cloth in half. Step 2, then fold the bottom up and the top down, meeting at the middle to form a rectangular shaped piece of fabric. Step number 3, place your rubber bands or hair pieces over each end of your cloth about 6 inches apart. Step number 4, fold the ends of the cloth to the middle, leaving the rubber bands or hair ties at the edges of the folds. Step number 5, fold the ends of the cloth into each other. You now have the basic shape of the face mask. Now don't worry if you missed the steps below, because I'm listing them in the description below on how to fold it. There's a third method to make a face mask that's a little more involved because you need to cut more, but still doesn't require any sewing. It's called the quick cut method. Here's what you'll need: an old t-shirt or pillowcase, a pair of scissors to cut your fabric, tape measure, and a Sharpie. Step number 1, measure a loop of fabric from the bottom of the t-shirt or pillowcase, about 8 inches wide, and cut off the bottom where you measured. Step number 2 is to cut a long rectangle from each end. The top and bottom of the cloth that you cut, about an inch wide, will do. Measure and mark if you need to. Do not cut all the way through your cloth. Stop cutting maybe 6 to 7 inches or so from the end of the cloth. This uncut part will be what is covering your face. Step number 3, cut between the long edge strips you just made and remove them. Step number 4, snip the ends of the narrow pieces to create ties. Your mask is now made. You'll need to tie the mask around your head. I'd start with tying the bottom around your neck first, then tie the remaining strings around the top of your head tightly to hold the mask in place, snugly, and make sure you're fully covering your nose and mouth. And you want to adjust your mask as mentioned above. Make sure it's covering your nose and mouth, and later on when you're outside, adjust from the sides only. Remember to clean your mask frequently to reduce the spread of germs. Wear your mask whenever you're outside when caring for someone who is sick or if you are sick yourself.